We're throwing it back. The new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.
What's up, everybody? Yes, I am LA Key. We are live on LA Key in the afternoon, Party 101.9, iHeartRadio. We have a very special show today. I'm super excited. We're bringing in the week right for you guys. It's going to be so empowering, so inspiring when we have amazing guests. We have our female artist in the building. She's going to be coming after the Hot Topics. Bless Biggs, how are you today?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I am great. And so, listen, we're going to get right into it. We're going to jump right into these really, really good topics for today. So there's...
What's the hot topic for
yeah,
today?
so we're going to get... Okay, so number one, Beyonce's song is number one. Beyonce's new record, you know, she has gone country music. And so she has the number one song in the country. And so I wanted to get your thoughts on that because you did have a chance to hear the record before. So Texas Hold'em has reached the number one spot on the Billboard chart. So how do you feel about that? Do you like the record?
I guess she's yeah. I'm saying I heard it somewhat. It's not a bad record. I'm not
different.
really used to going heavy country music.
Yeah.
It's a few country music songs that I like, but I can see how to grow on people too. Though it's pretty. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's definitely a good song, especially. I guess it didn't hit me the same way. I guess because it's such a transition.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting it from her.
But what do you think about it? Because she's from Texas, so that kind of works together to me. Like, you know, she's a Southern artist, and she's from Texas, so it's kind of like going back to your roots to me. What do you think?
It works. Like I said, it's a good song. It was just, I guess it felt awkward because I wasn't used to her
You're
being
more
a
used to
country
her
music
popular
singer.
and R&B music.
So it just seems like
different.
Yeah, like different. Like hearing them in that manner, it's just, I don't know, it's a little different.
She kind of surprised us. I think it's kind of like, you know, one of the things you always say is that you don't like to be like one-dimensional with that sound. And so I think she kind of just shifted it up. You know, she's been doing a certain thing for a while.
Some came down my timeline, too. It's actually a good amount of black country music singers, too, male and female.
Yeah.
Somebody put up like I forgot what page it was.
And people never talk about
like 20 different people.
Yeah. So it's unique, and it might be a sound that we might hear more of, and people of color actually tapping into the countryside.
Yeah, they definitely gonna tap in. I think a lot of them already did. They just didn't get really acknowledged like that.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing.
So now there's somebody who actually has a name that's doing it now. She's gonna get way more light shine on it.
Yes,
That's how I feel.
Definitely. And let's talk about these I feel like there were like, okay, so movies this weekend. Number one movie on Netflix. We got a chance to check it out. Mia, I can't pronounce the last part of the movie, but let's get into this movie. I felt like it was so different for Tyler Perry. Shouts out to Kelly Rowland. I feel like she did her thing as an actress. I don't know. Kelly she does it to me. Like, she has it. She is like the it factor.
It was definitely different for Tyler Perry.
It was different for Tyler Perry. Yeah, he definitely stepped into a whole new arena with that movie, you know. I guess as far as even filming, shooting-wise, everything was just different from the older things. But I'm not sure was that because he took on a Netflix deal or what, but you can tell he really expanded his horizons on this one.
No, he definitely did. Did.
Did you like the movie?
No, it was good. I just felt like it was a little bit more should have been added to it, though.
Oh, okay.
A little bit more should have been added to it. It was just like, once it didn't really, I don't know, I didn't really see a reason for her to do like some of the stuff that she did in it. So it was like she should have made the plot a little different. It was still, the acting and everything was good, but far as, I don't know, I feel like it still it was just missing something. That's how I felt.
Well, I think their goal, I saw an interview where Kelly was like, it's really erotic. I think the goal was an erotic sort of film.
That was they was looking for it, and then
it with a thriller. Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was. I was
surprised with Kelly too, but you know, this acting world, I guess you never know what to expect.
Yeah, you never know. And then the last thing, you know, that was really, really on me was, you know, Wendy Williams having a chance to, you know, first I seen last week that, you know, she was diagnosed with the dementia. And then from there, I got a chance to watch a bit last night, the Lifetime premiere of her documentary. And like, what were your thoughts on it? I can tell you mine. Like when you were watching that, what she's going through.
it's like it's kind of like bittersweet because it's like when you know somebody or people from both sides of the table, people that was actually close to her in a good way, and then people that was, you feel what I'm saying, they didn't like her because of the things that she was saying or whatever. So it's like I still wouldn't want to see anybody in that situation.
Yeah.
Even though she done did a lot, she done said a lot about people. Actually seeing somebody go through that is not good. Or
Right.
I don't like
yeah,
this.
it was definitely a lot
But-
to see. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
From her, do you remember we were looking at her feed and then like her memory wise, just a lot going on. It's just kind of unfortunate to me.
It's a lot. And then her personality is just like she's just blunt with it. Like you see a lot of people saying like the work around her, like they want a big bag and they want this because she's like hard on the people. So you can, if you do that with people and they working with you for a certain amount of time, how you expect them to feel, even if something bad happened to you. That's kind of like the situation. It's sad to put it like that, but you got to think about it. If you've been working with somebody 5, 6, 7 years or 3, 4 years.
But
even,
if that's not always been their experience, they probably can,
now
sympathize.
they're on the other side of the table, going out, enjoying yourself or whatever. She might be the best person to party with. She might be a good friend or whatever to talk to behind the scenes or whatever. But but it's like everybody don't have that same encounter. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sitting with me and sharing your thoughts and, connecting with me on the hot topics. We're going to without further ado, we're going to bring out my very special guest, and we're going to get right into it. Thank you so much, Bless Biggs.
Hey guys.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
For those who don't know, please tell them your name and exactly what it is that you do.
I'm Cosi Pari. I'm a singer-songwriter, entrepreneur, engineer.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. So
Okay, a
you
little
have
bit of
lot.
everything.
Wow, I love that. So usually what I do is I always have I've been having a lot of male rappers, and I feel like all of the artists from New York. Are you from New York?
Yes, I'm from New York, Staten Island, New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so listen, we got to get into your name. Now, is that your real name or is that your rapper name? Let's talk about your name.
It's my stage name. Okay. So the meaning of my name, Cosi is an Italian phrase for nonchalant.
It's pretty, too.
Nonchalant. Pari is like beautiful butterfly, chosen one. So I just combined them both, and that's how
so
we
you
kind
gave
of.
it to yourself.
Yeah, I created the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Super dope. Now, okay, so let's get right into it. So you do a lot of things, and you said you're from Staten Island.
Yes.
Super dope. So how long have you been making music? Are you a rapper, singer? So you do both, right?
Yes.
So okay, you're the hip hop. So did you start hip hop first or singing? What did you start with first?
Okay, funny story. I started with poetry first.
Okay.
Yeah, I started with poetry first, and then I kind of started, leaning into rap a little more. Then I started to sing, and I kind of just went with the singing for years. I started in 2017.
Singing?
Yeah, no, just music, just pursuing
Really?
music.
Are
Yeah.
you serious? But how long were you doing it? Did you start when you were a child as far as doing music, pursuing, not pursuing it, but just starting out, that sort of thing? That's what you started with first?
Yeah, so my dad's a producer, and I'm just being in the environment with him kind of trained me and sparked the curiosity for me to get into music. So really, I would say my entire life I've been intrigued by music, intrigued by just new sounds, creating sounds, samples, old school music, new school music, and it definitely kind of started my career.
Well, I have to say, so one of the reasons why you're here, I actually heard you, and I seen I think it was a freestyle. I seen 2 different ones, and I was like, I like this. I want to have her on the show. So I kind of I sought you out. I sent an email to your management to have you on because I appreciate real music of substance. You're a female and you're talking about something, which is so important. And that stood out to me, when you have that ear. So let's get into, so your dad, so you started in 2017. What took you to start that pursuit? Because you could have started way before that, right?
Way before.
So what caused you to wait so long?
I think just authenticity. For me as an artist, I'm an artist, a musician. So I don't just consider myself an artist. So I wanted to really hone into my craft, learn the instruments, learn, the basis of music before I just kind of started to it's photographers that just start and they're like, oh, I just bought a camera, so I'm a photographer.
Right.
Like, you know, I would love to be as authentic to the craft as possible because I genuinely love what I do.
I love that.
So yeah, that's kind of why I was apprehensive, and I really wanted to practice, get my sound, like figure out my sound, my
love
niche
that.
in the music industry.
It's so attracting to get, you know, to hear a woman that loves the music.
Yeah.
Okay, like it's not just you're not doing this because it's trendy, but you're doing it because you love it.
Right.
And I really identify with that. And even just getting to know you, just this very small amount so far, I'm like falling in love because you don't hear that. You just see sometimes like these people they're coming out with the music because, you know, people are trendy rapping. But what I love is that you're artistic and it's not just rapping, it's singing, and you're also an engineer. Yes. So what inspired you to even get on the engineering side of things?
Honestly, just interning, just being a student in the game. I did a lot of internships around New York City at like popular recording studios like Penthouse, Quad, just to kind of test myself. And as an artist, I think every artist should have the knowledge of engineering, production, because you are more aware of what you're being given. Like you could listen to the sound, you could, you know, because they'll sell you almost anything.
Right.
So if you can't detect like what's good, what's not good, how would you know? You know. So I think just basic knowledge and just, you know, knowing what to do.
Yeah, so I have to know this because you're already, like I said, very intriguing, interesting. Who are some of your inspirations?
Ooh, I'm an old soul, so I'm very like inspired by early 90s music. Mary J. Blige, Whitney Houston, Don Hathaway, SZA. I like her now. Like I'm getting into the new school, but I'm very much more 90s and past that. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
So you're coming with something.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's what the industry needs to me. It's like that's what it's lacking, you know, and to have you in the mix of artists, you'll stand out because you're not like them. You know, you're not trying to be like them.
It's just missing soul to me.
That is so important.
It's missing soul and substance. And you could be soulful and rap.
Yeah.
You could have a message and still be a rapper. They think, oh, you're pretty, you're this. You just have to rap about a specific thing, but that's not necessarily true.
Exactly.
Right.
So, and when you talk about, you know, when they say you just have to rap about a specific thing, what are some of the things that you write about and rap about?
I could, it varies. I could go on, you know, plenty of topics. But mainly I like to speak about just being beautiful, you know, being on my journey, my experience as in my 20s. I do like have music where I do have a very depict message for the people that I'm, you know, trying to inspire. So it just varies. It just depends on the beat and honestly the mood I'm in. But for the most part, I'm very conscious of the message I send out into the world.
Wow. Yeah. Can we clap for her one time, Rick? Like this, I mean, I love this. I really, really love this. And so, like, are there certain producers that you feel that you connect with more, like with their sounds that are out here right now?
I really like London on the Track.
Okay.
I like Hitmaker.
Okay.
Like these are producers you know, at some point in my career I would like to work with. I would say that's pretty much off the top of my head. Because I get a lot of like fresh, like from scratch beats, so I don't really get a chance to really like focus on the producers too much, but them two are definitely like out. I hear all their songs on the radio right now.
And when it comes to a lot of people have been coming to my show that people label them as drill rappers, but they're like they don't want anything to do with that. What is your viewpoint on like the drill music, or have you ever made a drill record?
I think drill to me, it's going. I want it to go in another direction. So I do drill. I do drill music. That's not the main majority of my music, but I can do it.
Yeah.
When I do it, I don't do like your typical drill song. Like I try to like kind of put an R&B swing on it or put like a pop swing on it. You know, like change the sound and really expand that demographic. Because I feel like we get boxed in with the drill sound, but it's time to like, you know, start trying new sounds with that one.
Yeah, I like that you talked about expanding. And then when you think about like your sound, would you say that you have a more eclectic sound, or what is your sound? Would you, for those that are listening that don't know, you know, like new people are going to come in and, you know, follow you after they watch you on this show or whatever. What is like your sound? What would you say it is?
It's very I would say my sound is, I have so many sounds. Like I do Afrobeat, this.
That's
I would,
good. Let's
yeah,
talk about
I would
that.
say my sound is very expansive, like very broad. That's like the best word I could use to describe myself in like my sound in one word. So it's like a one-stop shop. Whatever you're looking for and the mood you're in, I could sing you. I could rap you. So it's just like, I think I would say expansive, like free.
I like
It's
that.
just free and.
And that's dope because then we can't box you up and
Right.
just say, oh, she's a drill rapper.
Right, no.
You know?
Yeah, no.
or she's this and that. And then bringing the singing into what you do. Let's talk about that. How do you mix the singing into it? Because I did listen to the audio song that you sent me this morning. I got a chance to listen to that. And I was like, wait, I don't hear any rapping. You know? So let's talk about the singing a bit before we get into the first record.
I feel like R&B is the core. Like it's back to soul, back to if you're a human and you really could connect with the people. I think R&B is like the core of that, and then you get into rap and other genres. But singing is always something that I'm gonna do. Definitely, I'm just getting more into my rap. Just to showcase that because I'm known as doing
Singing.
R&B, and so I kind of want to show the world a little bit of both.
I love that. So you're not just so you're adding the rap. You're mainly a singer first.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm at the core. I do both. Like I equally love them both, honestly.
And that's different too.
Yeah.
Though. I feel like for the hip hop game, it's a lot of just like rappers that are out here.
Right.
Like, so you're bringing something completely different. Let's talk about the single before we get into it, because we're about to get into the single. I actually love the title. It's like, I love Rick Ross, and so he has a record about Jesus Peace. What does yours mean?
So I'm very spiritual. Everything I do is grounded by God.
I love
and
that.
and the original record wasn't like a spiritual song. It just, when I thought of the journey that the song was going to take me on after I heard the finished product, I just thought Jesus. And then I was like, this could only be curated by God, and Jesus Peace. And I just and I also said it in a song, so it just worked perfectly together.
Dope. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into
Hey.
this single, Jesus Peace, and the artist.
Cosi Pari.
Yes, let's get right into it.
I need 20 for the beach. They said coast it down, that's a reach. Preach. Getting crazy out east. Anybody doing anything for breach. Geesh. If anybody said it was with me, that's make believe. You see me outside with my faithfully. New York was as fine as rock from ACGs. Big B's on the belt, Pelly sleeves. Polo V-neck tees, extra chunky Jesus piece. Now we rockin' P's, P for Potter, Patek Philippe. I see you haters stalking me. Never double tap, I got the nerve to follow me. Told you, man, I love him, now he keep on calling me. Cause he wanna hop on the roster, he want the life and he wanna have options. Promise to holler when he get his guapo. Tears in my denim, I'm poppin', he flocking. Hitters beside me, you try me, you dropping. It's not like you got many options. Riding with Poppy, he just a delight. Told him I want him, I got it. Can't be me, yeah, I said it. Douse me in that Givenchy, richer aesthetic. Gaze the room to what I see. Death vendettas, eyes gazing the beamers that I'm pacing it. Cruising, we not racing it. Paper, we been chasing it. Never know who's in my backseat, so do not play with it. Lasers on the MVP, hottest vetted. Notice how they envy me, but yes, I get it. Cause I got these godly flows. How I switch up these sides. I paved the way for these like the Wizard of Oz. I mean, I big bang roll. No, it's not a facade. Sodom and Gomorrah ties. How my haters collide. The bag different. I get paper from assets. And the brag different. Travel this far with no kissing. A sad vision for people waiting, watching and wishing. Cause pain, sweat, and persistence go overpower the whispers. She paid pretty and gifted. Now all of them wanna kick it. But it's middle fingers up when I posted, you didn't click it. I woke up feeling the sickness. Nobody purchased a ticket to shows. I couldn't trip me in destiny. Met division, I know. I couldn't sit with the pessimistic intention from foes. Now it's Cosi, come on, just put me on. Remember high school, we was down. Let's do a song. I really like you and your sound. Be gone. I need 20 for the feature. Y'all kill me sometimes. It's Cosi season.
We're throwing it back. Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.
What's up, you guys? I am LA Key. We are live on LA Key in the afternoon, Party 101.9 and iHeartRadio. If you're just tuning in, we are sitting with a very special artist. That was her record, Jesus Peace. I absolutely love that record.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so
yes.
much.
And you
Thank
did a freestyle for that, like a video for that too, right, on
Yes,
social media?
yes.
I think it's kind of like it's going around because I'm not sure how I came across you. And I'm not sure if I saw you. No, I think I saw you on your manager's page. I'm not sure,
Ooh.
if, but I saw it and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness, I have to have this artist on.
Thank you.
On
I
the
appreciate
show to
that.
bring that substance to my platform because that's what I represent. You said you're spiritual, right?
Yes.
So I know I meet a lot of people that are Muslim out here. So when you're saying Jesus Peace, are you Christian? What are you?
I wouldn't say Christian. I just
Okay.
practice spirituality. I have a
Gotcha.
very personal relationship with God.
I love that.
And I'm just building on that. And if it goes there, it most likely, if I was any religion, it would be Christian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But right now you're just more so just keeping
focus
it
on my
spiritual.
relationship with God and Jesus and growing in that space.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. So what so let's get into like some of the I just was telling you you were reminiscent a bit of like Roxanne, you kind of just a little bit, just certain things about you. I'm not sure why, but I kind of feel like that. Were there any female rappers that inspired you on your journey?
Of course. Definitely Little Kim. You can't
Yeah.
say female rap without saying Little
You
Kim.
cannot.
Foxy Brown.
Yes, yes,
Of course,
both.
Nicki. You got to give Nicki
Yeah.
her homage because
Yeah.
she also had a lot of time in the game.
Yes.
I would say Roxanne, definitely just old school rappers. Queen Latifah.
Yeah. They
And
paved the
that's like
way.
my top list. Yeah.
I respect everybody on your list because these are people that paved the way. And I love the fact that you brought up Little Kim. It's so funny. I was going to talk about that tomorrow, is that it's so good when artists can acknowledge the people that inspired them
Right.
and give them their flowers, not
Right.
act like you weren't inspired by these people. So it's so important
Yeah.
to be able to do so. And I just commend you on doing that. Now, are there any artists that you would like to work with in the future?
Definitely SZA, Summer Walker. Who else? Can't think of rappers that I would like that stand out that I'm like, yeah, I need some. But there's a long list. Drake, of course, because it's just like,
I
why
love
not?
it.
Wizkid. I definitely want to go international at some point and do Afro beats and really get into like the UK sound. Burna Boy.
I like that.
But yeah, that's like what sticks out to me right now.
Okay, and then like, how did you get like discovered? Are you signed right now, or what's your situation?
I'm currently not signed. I'm independent still.
Okay.
I think I've just been independent for so long and just navigating through the space and figuring out like how to contact people, how to get into things, and I run into people like my manager where it's just like they find me at a space where I'm kind of like just on my journey and just figuring it out with the resources that I have.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm independent as of right now. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
And that's my next question. So the end point, do you want to be a signed artist?
At some point, if it makes sense,
Okay.
if it makes sense for, my creativity, if it makes sense for my craft, the masters, certain things that I really feel are important because I'm such a skilled artist. So you really have to have that confidence in yourself and when you go to the table, you have to be like, this is what I offer, this is what I'm worth, and I'm not going anything under that. So I think that's just my mentality with any contracts, anything like that.
That's
as of right now.
Yeah, and it makes sense. So, okay, now what are you doing? Do you have any projects out already, like any albums? Because I know you said you started in 2017, and like, so have you released any albums or mixtapes at this point?
Yeah, I have a lot on SoundCloud. As of iTunes and like Spotify, all other DSPs, I have 2 albums out, like 2 EPs.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, 2 EPs. One is R&B and one is like rap and kind of hip hop and R&B.
Oh, so you already have your albums already out.
Yeah.
On Apple and so on all platforms.
Yeah.
I love that. I definitely gotta check you out.
Check it out. Check me out, guys.
Yeah. So now you've already released your album, so it's not like you're in a space where you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I do my first single and first album? So you're pretty much kind of more seasoned in the game.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a tiny bit, but yeah.
And so are you currently working on new music? What's going on
Always.
with you now?
Every day I work on new music, like just produce 5-6 songs a day just to get to like sort through. We're just trying to like get hits out. That's the only thing you're gonna hear on the radio from me. It's just hit song after hit song after hit song after hit song. That's the goal. But it's up to the people. So, you know, if you guys are feeling the sound, just let me know. But yeah, definitely working on music daily.
I love that. And so are you right now with releasing these songs, are you like you said producing? Now, are you producing these records yourself? Or you kinda? What's going on with
Kinda like I'll give a producer a vision,
Okay.
you know, for what I want to go for, but most likely they'll produce it. Like I just started to kind of link up with a new producer in New York. Her name is Kanai. She's been like making noise all over New York. She has a few songs on the radio. I think her thing is like Dead in the Middle, but she has like the authentic New York sound that we're gonna start bringing that back, because I feel like New York kind of faded away a little bit, or just kind of like got oversaturated with the drill. So we're about to bring back the sound, the real sound.
You got to give it up for that too,
Yes.
bringing back that New York sound. I don't know. That's what stands New York out to me.
Right.
Is that you guys' original sound? You guys really started. Rap started here with you guys,
Right.
you know, and I can't. I don't know. It doesn't connect with me to see you guys doing anything other than the originality and the authenticity that New York.
Strange.
Right, it is strange,
It is
right?
strange.
Yeah. What do you think the game needs more of right now when it comes to hip hop?
Authenticity. Authenticity so bad, so desperately. I feel like when an artist comes out, automatically they go with this just one sound, and then they just continuously the next hit is the same sound. Same sound. It is business, but it's just like authenticity. Don't be afraid. Like I would tell artists, just be courageous. Be courageous. Like when Lauren came out, when all the like artists in the back of the day, they were courageous. They were courageous with their looks, their sound, the controversial lyrics, and I think everybody's playing it a little too safe to not get canceled. So it's just like it's a lot to unpack with that.
And we got to get back to what you're talking about, that originality, that authenticity.
Right.
You know, that's what made people so unique.
Right.
And you just mentioned Lauren, who I absolutely love. Like,
Yes, so
we got to
much.
get back. And those people stood out. You know what I
Right.
mean? And we're still playing their music to today.
Yeah.
So, and I can tell, I don't really feel like it's a question with you about longevity, because I can tell that you want to be here. So your sound is more so. You know, do you think longevity, or you just go in and you just create or it just naturally comes to be like longevity wise?
I feel like it's definitely going to be long lasting. There's a difference between artists and musicians. So I feel like artists are kind of like one hot song, get in the game, it sizzles away a little bit.
Yeah.
Musicians have been doing this since like 10 years old, and you will never see them or hear them most likely until one day you'll think, oh, she just came out of nowhere. But really, she was there the whole time. It was just preparation, mental preparation, spiritual preparation, getting, building a roster, building a sound. And now we're at that point where it's just like, I'm so excited to share the sound with the world. Yeah, because it's been prepared for a very, very long time.
So you've just been cooking up
hits, just waiting, letting everybody get their time, and then I'm here she goes, where she come from. So yeah.
So in 2017, when you started, so when did you feel like you started to make an impact, and you started recognizing your presence is being felt with your music?
That's a great question. So I felt like my presence started to really be known. Shout out to Staten Island, because, the community started in high school. Like, I started in high school. I had like a little, I was in a media program, and there was literally a studio, and I was learning. I was still learning. I didn't even know anything about anything when it came to music production.
Okay.
I knew how to write a song. I knew how to, but when it came to recording, I had no idea. So when I started, just the community in high school, people really, really was behind me in music, and like, yeah, girl, you're going to make it. I'm going to see you on TV. So I took that, and that was a boost of confidence. Now, in the beginning, when you kind of don't know your sound, you don't know if the people, you're afraid, you're anxious to like kind of share it to the world. But when I finally released Things Unexplained in 2018, the feedback was like, it was tremendous. I was overwhelmed. Like, wow, the love that I had no idea what it would say. What
the reaction would be.
Yeah.
And you were straight out of high school after that?
Yeah, straight from high school.
Nice. Nice. And then so from there you've just been on the incline?
Yeah.
I love that. And you didn't look back. You said, I'm here now.
Yeah, just keep going. Just learn. Like, if I have a song that's not my best, just keep going. That's all you can do as an artist. just grow. Just grow. In your flaws, you're still growing. So I think artists think, like, if I'm not the best of the best at all times, I'm not the best. Like, but you have to really have that crown in your head and remind yourself daily, like, this is destined. This is not something I'm just doing for fun. This is not something I'm doing for money. This is something that has been aligned with my destination in life, and I'm anointed for this. So it'll be different. Yeah.
Rick, can we clap for her? I love this.
Thank you.
That is incredible. So you recognize that you're aligned. You know what? I can see a really bright future for you because number one,
Thank you. I
you're
appreciate
self-aware. You know who you are. You're confident, and you know it's so important. Even that artists can walk in a room, command the room, know who they are,
Right.
have a sense of self. Because when we're listening to this music, these people are putting that energy out. Some people are lost. They're confused. They don't
Yeah,
know themselves.
it's scary.
So you're ready to give people something. So you have something to give your audience, you know, and whether it's intentional or unintentional, you're naturally just giving, you know, who you are off.
Yeah.
And that's so key to me.
Thank you.
Right now in this current moment, so when I listened to Jesus Peace, now was that a remix or was that what was that? Was that
That wasn't a remix. It was the original record. Has an artist named Reek on it. We just did it together. It was just like naturally. I didn't expect the record to be so, you know, intriguing to people. Honestly, I didn't really. It was just like another record that I just did. Especially when you record consistently, like there's just records piling on top of each other. But when I let my manager Chad listen to it, he was like, "Yeah, this is the one."
Wow.
And then we kind of honed in, and then we kind of got into making it a single. But originally, I was just kind of home, just, you know, playing around. And
it's out on all platforms?
Yes.
Jesus Peace? Oh, okay.
yes,
So
it'll
that-
be out on all platforms within, like, the next week or so. So
okay, so
yeah.
that's it. Okay, so now you're not working on new music. You have new music, and you were able to bring that to us.
Yes.
Oh, dope.
Exclusive music.
Exclusive.
Yes.
Okay, I love that. I love that. And so is that the single you guys are getting ready to push? And are you going to shoot a music video for that?
Music video's done.
It's
We're
already
just
done.
Everything's done. The whole rollout is ready. It's just a matter of just timing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you brought us your single. Well, I feel very honored that you
Yes.
brought us your single. I would love to check out the music video. I did not know that you guys already had the music video out. So what are your other plans to do? So I see that you're putting it out. Are you going to be on tour, or what are you doing next?
That's a great question. That's the plan.
Okay.
The plan is to just go up from here. Go as far as we could go. Go as in as many rooms as we can enter. As long as it is, like I said, it is ordained for me, I will be there. If I'm meant to be there, I will be there. And I'm just excited for my future. I'm excited to just share with the world the sound. And bring authenticity back to the music.
Yes. So with that being said, we're going to get into your second song. Let them know what the name of the song is.
It's called Uptown.
Oh, okay.
Uptown.
So when we get back, we're going to get right into the meaning and everything of that song. We'll be back in a few minutes on Party 101.9 and iHeartRadio.
Streaming online at party1019.com. This is New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019, a Nexus radio station.
You know I ain't messing with no uptown. How I got you stressed by your post. Maybe how I flex, how I post. Knew you could've hit the lotto. You know I ain't messing with no uptown. How I got you stressed by your post. Maybe how I flex, how I post. Knew you could've hit the lotto. Hit the lotto. Knew you could've hit the lotto. Put it on the floor. If you put it on the floor, you can get it on the bed. Put it on the put it on the you could've put it on the floor, baby boy. Flex, make a post. Knew you could've hit the lotto. You said the check made you choke. Bad liquor vibe out east, we a low bit. Big Birkin bad, first class, never coach. Tag after tag, never blast, never boast. Crib to the push, then the push to the boat. Frank Ocean, swim deep, got me eating kimchi. Honestly, I don't mind, cause he throw roses at my feet. Always be on the ground, so when he leave, hit me the keys. Beep, beep. to support, you never did that. Hitting his phone like where my chick at. I ain't your shorty and that's a big fact. Know you mad, baby, come and get your lick back. You know I ain't messing with no uptown. How I got him stressed by a post. Maybe how I flex, how I post. Knew you could've hit the lotto. You know I ain't messing with no uptown. How I got him stressed by a post. Maybe how I flex, how I post. Knew you could've hit the lotto. You know I ain't messing with no uptown. How I got him stressed by a post. Maybe how I flex, how I post. Knew you could've hit the lotto. Hit the lotto. Knew you could've hit the lotto. Put it on the floor. If you really wanna roll, you can put it on the floor. He sent the text, she provoked. Hit it when I slide, got a man by the throat. Dip it down low, then I bring it up slow. Rich, pretty chick, 100 bands in the tote. Got a rich, pretty wrist, how she prance in the snow. Wrist froze, been a fan of me since I used to mingle below. I'm in France in a boat, wearing fancy clothes. They ain't so why they broke, I increased by the quote. You know I ain't messing with no uptown. How I got him stressed by a post. Maybe how I flex, how I post. Knew you could've hit the lotto. You know I ain't messing with no uptown. How I got him stressed by a post. Maybe how I flex, how I post. Knew you could've hit the lotto.
Streaming online at party1019.com. This is New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019, a Nexus radio station.
Yes, we are back on LA Key in the afternoon, Party 101.9 and iHeartRadio with our very special guest. That was her dope song, Uptown. Let's get into the inspiration behind Uptown. I was thinking something different. When I hear that the title, I instantly start thinking of Uptown out here in New York.
Harlem.
What does that mean for you, Uptown?
Uptown, it just feels real New York. It's like after Jesus Piece, it just feels like Uptown, like you just having fun. Summer, dead in middle of the summer, just the fire hydrants going.
Oh my gosh!
The guys with the pellies on, the shorts, the ACGs. It's just the New York culture, like around the like early 2000s, like 2010. It just reminds me of a fun time, just a fun time, a fun
the
hot summer
of
day.
That song, right?
Yeah.
So what is that now? Is that your next single or what?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
It may be, but we have to I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, gotcha. And you decided to just go in and sing, and you're talking about like the old school time, but again, which is your inspiration of things. So
yes, I love it. I love the culture, like the real New York culture, like the Timbs, the tank tops, the Jesus pieces, the hats, the big earrings, for the women, the rings. Like I'm just in love with the culture of like the real New York, like the authentic. When you think of New York,
it's so funny because a lot of people that come here that are from New York, I've had like real like MCs from Brooklyn and all of these different places, and they all keep saying that same thing, like the real New York. And what do you feel is going on? Why the people are saying like what's not the same to you guys? Like when you're saying that, like I understand it more so now because mind you, watching it from afar. So I know what this was all about. I mean, even like the era of Kim and the Timbs. And I mean, you guys had so much swag, right? Number one, just y'all was full of swag.
Right.
But what do you feel like you guys are missing? And what can you bring to it that's going to make it feel like New York? I love the music and I know what you're doing, but what do you feel that you want to bring to it to bring it back?
Okay, so I'll answer that in reverse. I'll answer the what I feel like, and then I'll...
Yes.
So I'm definitely going to bring like a refreshing sound. A refreshing, just like, oh, this feels like New York. Like this feels like, a beautiful woman. It doesn't necessarily have to be, raunchy, and she's giving beauty, she's giving lyrics, she's giving flow, she's giving bars, and she's beautiful, but she's she's not overly classy, very classy. She's not overly vulgar, and I feel like from what I've done so far, I feel like that's what people appreciate the most. And I'm like, wow, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. It's just my personality, and but people really appreciate like when a woman is just being a woman and being yourself, and being able to also have respect and class for yourself in the same way.
Yeah.
The second part of your question was
I actually, what do you feel that you're gonna bring to it, and then the next part was, what do you feel like it was missing to bring it back to
Okay.
that? Yeah.
So I feel like it's just missing a little bit of fun. Like a little bit of fun. Like we've been getting very serious with the sound, like just super like shoot 'em up, kill 'em. Like I think let's lighten up. You know, New York used to be fun, like with the Little Mama, the lip gloss. Like let's just have fun with the music. And again, it's getting so like, in my opinion, violent and like just like gritty. Is that sound is good.
And do you feel like it's lacking diversity? Because I feel like
Diversity for sure.
We had some back in the like the 90s, or like you said, the 2000s. You guys had like that urban sound, and you know, with some sort of violence, but like not the way that it's become with the drill, right?
Yeah, and drill is taking over. So that's the, when you think New York now, you think just drill, because the sound is taking over. So it kind of gives us like this title of like something guns, money, you know what I'm saying? But New York used to be a fun place, like where it's just like let's have fun.
And you guys had an eclectic body, like artists. You guys had Jay-Z and DMX and Jennifer Lopez, and it's all sorts of things. It wasn't just this one sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Diversity for sure. Like I agree with you 100%. Diversity. Again, authenticity. It just that's like the main thing. Authenticity. Just artists that are like, come out with some drill rock, or if we want to do drill, do rock, or do something. Like we used to be very free with our style, the everything, and now I feel like it's kind of tight knit, and everyone's just afraid to just step out a little bit to, you know, kind of like do something new, you know, because they might feel like it might not work.
Wow. I think with you saying that, and so many people, I hope that New York is listening.
I hope
that
so.
You guys want your city back, number one. You want that feel back. Do you feel like even outside feels different in New York? Not just music wise, but just the environment? Really?
Definitely. I feel like the Bronx is the last borough that's authentically New York. Every other borough in New York is very gentrified now. Like you won't find the delis, bodegas, you know, just certain things that you used to find back in the day. But it's just the times we're in. Like we're in the 21st century, and things are changing, evolving.
Yeah.
And
so the evolution is it? What do you feel? Do you want some of that, even that feel? Like, well, you're basically saying you want the feel back, but like how you said everything is gentrified. Did it make it safer? Because they're saying, people are telling me, they're like, oh, you're here now, but it was way more rough.
Yeah, it was rougher back then. But the stories were, when you have like something to talk about, like the stories were, you know, real. Like the stories, when you listen to Jay-Z and you listen to Jadakiss and you listen to Fabulous and some of the hottest rappers that came out of New York, they were really talking about real life in New York. Yes. So now it's kind of like, it's not much to talk about. It's not much like going on. It's just drill. If you feel the drill, it's kind of just like within their community. But the actual, you know, borough of New York, the state of New York, it's just like, it's very, very little drama. I feel like, I don't know, it used to be more just like to talk about. I think it's lacking that too, like new topics. Like let's discuss something different. Let's rap about something different.
Yes, definitely. Now let's get back into you. So what are you currently working on? Are you into music and acting or modeling? What else are you into?
So besides music, I am a full-time entrepreneur. I am a venue programmer in New York City. So I manage a couple of venues throughout New York City with the OG Theory. I'm an event planner.
Very nice.
Just an entrepreneur, and I'm just into a lot of little side gigs right now where I'm just expansion, knowledge, and just trying to put myself out there as much as possible and as positive as possible as well.
Oh, I love that. It's positive. That's beautiful. Now, for those that don't know, what is it something that you want your audience to take away from just who you are? Just something that you want them to take away even from this interview today?
Just continuously support me. My goal in this industry is just to inspire. I hope when people hear my sound, they really get inspired by the diversity, you know, the versatility. I mean, you know, and just really know and be confident in themselves that you can do it. You don't have to box yourself in. You could be whatever you want to be, and you could there's so much assets out here and things just funding and everything out here to be anything you want to be.
Yeah.
When people hear my music, I just want them to feel confident in themselves and feel free and just feel inspired, just really feel inspired by what I'm doing.
I love that. And now, is your end game to artists and entrepreneurship? Is that what you want to remain in? Like, you want to just take over in what you're doing?
Yeah, definitely reach the peak of my career first. Music is like my main priority.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, music is my main priority. But I'm just, still building and, building around and funding, and I'm just into a lot of things. But music is definitely like the number one thing that is like the core beyond everything. It's just,
and beyond the entrepreneurship too as well.
Yeah.
Music. That's your heart, your
and
baby.
Yes. You
Okay.
have to be an entrepreneur if you're a musician. Like you have to. You just have to put yourself out there. You have to have those awkward, embarrassing conversations, favors, and working with people, and it's just things you have to do. And I feel like that's true entrepreneurship. Just being bold, being courageous, being extroverted, and just going out there, and the worst you could hear is no.
I totally agree
Yeah.
with you on that. I want to get, before we close out, I'm going to do something different. I want to rewind and play Jesus Peace again. And
Hey.
before we do that, I want you to shout out all your social media platforms
Okay.
where they can find you at.
Okay. So it's your girl Cosi Pari. You guys can follow me on all social media platforms at cosi.pari.
Perfect. And is there anything you want to tell your fans that we didn't touch on?
What would I like to tell my fans and supporters?
Yes.
Definitely stay tuned. Like, continue to follow my journey. It's been a long journey, but we're getting into the door. We're finally at the point where, we're making noise. We're about to make so much noise in New York City. Continue to stick with me. Support me. I love you guys. And, yeah, let's grow together.
Yes, let's do it. And I just want to thank you guys for being a part of today's show, for joining in. I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you for
Share-
having me.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sharing your story with us, bringing us these dope records. As mentioned, I really see a bright future for you. I definitely can see you come back, going far. I want you to definitely come back around when
I
you have
definitely
your
will.
next single or whatever
I
you're working
definitely
on. And that is going to be it for today for everyone on for everyone that's watching. You guys continue to stay empowered, stay motivated. Have a great week, and thank you so much for tuning in on LA Key in the Afternoon.
Bye, guys.
Streaming online at party1019.com. This is New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019.